On November 19th, a 23-year-old woman and her 9-month-old baby were electrocuted to death on a footpath near Whitefield in Bengaluru. However, this was not an isolated incident, and hundreds of such accidents have taken place in the Bescom jurisdiction in the last few years. Why do so many electrical accidents occur in the Bescom jurisdiction? On November 19th, the 23-year-old woman Soundharya and her husband Santosh Kumar, along with their baby Suviksha, had arrived in Bengaluru early morning from Tamil Nadu to go to their house. However, when the family alighted from a bus near Hope Farm Junction, a tragedy struck them. Soundharya, who was holding her 9-month-old baby Suviksha, had stepped on a live snapped conductor installed by the Bangalore Electricity Supply Company or Bescom, which resulted in both of them getting charred to death. The incident caused an uproar in the city, and 5 officials from Bescom were suspended by the Energy Department. Energy Minister KJ George also announced that 4 separate investigations would be taken up to unravel the facts which led to the accident. What is alarming is that Soundharya's was not an isolated accident. From 2018 to 2023, a total of 572 non-departmental fatalities have occurred in Bescom jurisdiction. 70 of them were due to snapping of conductors. In this particular case, Bescom officials claimed that the power was still running in the snapped conductor as it could not find earthing on the ground. However, in most other cases, many experts and retired officials from various divisions of the Energy Department claim that electrical accidents happen mostly due to the lack of maintenance of electrical equipment, quality issues with power supply, and a lack of demand for accountability from concerned organizations like the Karnataka Electricity Regulatory Commission. Let us hear from the former advisory member of the KERC, Mr. M.G. Prabhakar, about why these electrical accidents occur.
The maintenance is very poor, and the second thing is unauthorized people are allowed to climb onto the pole and carry out the work. They are all temporary workers. So the incidence of fatal accident in case of human beings is more in Bescom area because of the very vast area that comes under the Bescom jurisdiction.
It also has to be noted that in the case of electrical accidents, victims are often not aware of the legal course of action they can take or how to avail themselves of their compensation. Those working within the legal system emphasized on the need for the government to create awareness about these aspects. An advocate who has worked in a lot of such cases said that citizens should be aware of the strict liability principle, where compensation will be paid irrespective of the intent of the defendant, and writ petitions which can help them in such cases.
When you come across an accident, or if you are a victim of an accident and suffer injury, or any person dies due to electrocution, the first thing that needs to be done is reporting that accident. Under section 161 of the Electricity Act, every electrical accident must be reported to the nearest electrical inspector. That is the first thing that needs to be done. So soon after this accident, the legal recourse that is available to the victims is to approach the High Court, because the High Court and the Supreme Courts in many cases have held that in electrical accidents, the strict liability principle applies. In fact, the contributory negligence of the consumer or any other fault cannot be attributed to a consumer, and strict liability principle applies.
How can the public prevent electrical accidents? Here are some do's and don'ts issued by Bescom. Always use ISI certified appliances, wires and cables. Ensure that your installation is provided with suitable earthing or grounding. Get wiring done through a government licensed electrical contractor. Do not tie banners or any other publicity materials to electricity poles or hang clothes on guy wires tied to a pole. Do not climb electric poles or cut trees or branches near overhead electric lines. Do not touch snapped electrical wires or uninsulated wires. The Energy Department has already issued a circular to electricity supply companies and transmission companies to create awareness about electrical safety both inside and outside of their organizations. Energy Minister has said that once the investigation findings are out, it will be used to implement safety measures across the state to prevent future electrical accidents. For more such videos and news stories, follow The Hindu and subscribe to our YouTube channel.